Hey everybody, it is Brittany with Scribbles by Brittany, and I am bringing a different kind of art. It's more like a comparative. I have wanted to do this video for a while, but trying to find the right artwork for this to translate well, and I figured what I could do is I wanted to do something symmetrical. I struggled for a minute on how to say that word. And just so that way, like, it can be like a type of comparison between one art supply and another. And the two that I'm comparing is my Prismacolor and my the color colored pencils. And it's because I know that Prismacolor has a very vibrant array of colors, and then I know that the colored pencils, I personally think that they tend to layer pretty well. So I'm gonna lightly erase on the one side, and this is the side that I'm gonna use my Prismacolors on. And I have the page split in half, so that way you guys can kind of get a little bit of a comparison. And I'm not going to do this by no means like hyper realistic or anything like that. I kind of want to do this like very striking, I am in love with like a lot of like stuff being like rainbowized, if that's the best way to put it. Like I have been loving like doing a rainbow effect on all the artworks that I do. I just did I'm filming this in April, but I had done a frog that was on my digital art, and it turned out fantastic. I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to try and go in and attempt to color this. And I kind of want to do, obviously, the rainbow effect, but I want the background to be obviously like a lot more striking, or like a heavy contrast. And I want that heavy contrast so that way you can see how the colors kind of lay and all of that. And I wanted to kind of lightly erase it so that way it was like, yeah. I definitely want to get some neon pink in there, some processed red. I do have quite a lot of colors, including two that are not, are they? I don't think they're available anymore, or they switched them out. So I have do I have the lavender? I think I do. There's ones that they had switched out that are no longer available. They switched them out for orchid and amethyst, I think. And I have the old pencil chart, so it has lavender listed as one of them, and I think I have a lavender somewhere in my collection, but it's saying that I'm missing it. And I'm missing it probably because, yeah. But I definitely, how am I going to do this? It's crazy because it's such a choice. Like, I have so many colors that I can choose from. And it's kind of intimidating. I mean, if this is just for what, like, less than 150 colors, and in the color pencil box, I have 300. It's an overwhelming feeling, to be completely honest. So I'm kind of like, what do I even start off with? Like, and it's crazy because, like, I have, oh, do I have two no, that's a permanent red. I have a process red. I have such a large collection, and I love colored pencils. Like, they're my shit. Although I did not organize this based on color at all. Probably should have, but I kind of, I wanted to do a deep, ooh, should I start off with like a deep red? Ooh, I feel like I should start off with a deep pink and then move it to yellow. Yeah, I feel like that's what I should do. Or like a, yeah. Oh my gosh, here I am like talking myself into, let's see, what does Crimson Lake look like? Okay, so 925, okay, that's not too bad. So, I think I'll do a 925. And this is just absolutely wild. Like, oh wait, I wanted to do, okay, so pomegranate. Do I have a pomegranate over here? The pomegranate might be over there. Unless it's in with the purple. Which part of me it would make sense because it's probably like a really dark. Ooh, what is mulberry? Is mulberry? Oh, mulberry is, okay. I might use that one too. See, mulberry looks good too, so. But I feel like magenta. Okay, so I think I'll do that one too. Again, there's so many choices, and I kind of want to layer them so that way it will look good. That's black raspberry. That's black grape. There's pomegranate. I had tried to look for a case where I can put all of these in number order, and I honestly, like, I get so overwhelmed by the choices that there's out there and the prices and all of that. Like, I can't say that I've given up. I want to do mahogany for some darker. I feel like mahogany might be in here though. Here I am, like, choosing colors. Oh wait, here it is. Mahogany. I want to get something that I can have to. I should sharpen this. That I'm able to take, like, if I wanted to take all of my colored pencils. Sorry, that video probably, ooh, that's like butter. I like a good colored pencil that has like a buttery feel. Granted, I'm using cardstock, so that may have something to do with it. And I'm doing this video mainly to show that, like, I know the colored pencils are a little bit more, like, they have a lot of selection. And if you have an artist in your life that isn't too serious about colored pencils and you're not too sure what to get them, and it's kind of a splurge to pay for, obviously, the Prismacolors, a good price point, the colored pencils offers a really good price point. I had paid $45 for $300, or for not $300. I paid $45 for 300 colored pencils on Amazon. So, and they're honestly perfect, especially if it's like a teen that is just like starting to take up art and everything, and they find that they like colored pencils. When I was a teen, all I had was Crayola. There was no such thing as Amazon. It was whatever we could find at Walmart. And at Walmart, they did not carry Prismacolor at the time. So, and they did not have online shopping that I remember. So, it was, and like going to Michael's, like the big box stores, I had never even, like, I'd been in there, but as far as like, I had never even heard about Copic markers or any of that type of stuff growing up. It was Crayola. And I'm not saying that I hated it, but I very much disliked the Rose Art brand. And there's nothing against like anybody that had bought it. I was really thankful to have stuff like that. But like the Rose Art crayons, like, they, as an artist, it gives me like the heebie-jeebies to use them. And again, like, if you're not an artist, you probably are like, what the heck are you even talking about? But it's the waxiness of the crayons that I did not like at all. And so, like, if I used them, it was very little amount that I had to use them. I feel like I might be, oh well, I might be coloring a little bit too much of this, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. I kind of just wanted this as a shadow, and I kind of made it a little bit more than a shadow. Oh man, my hand is like cramping right now. It's because I'm pressing way too hard on using my pencil. Oh my goodness, my messages are just like blowing up today. I've never been so popular. It's gonna be popular. No, I'm honestly just thinking it's probably the guy I'm dating and my friend Melody. Shouts out to you, Mel. And no, I'm not gonna open up the messages right now while I'm doing my artwork. They can wait. Sorry, Mel. The other week, I don't know what was with me, but like I was super emotional, and I just could not handle what was going on inside my brain. Like oh my gosh, like it's not like I was scared of my thoughts or anything like that. It was just like, what the fuck is wrong with me, and why am I so emotional? Like, I literally had absolutely no reason to even be emotional. And like, I don't want to say flipping the fuck out, but like I was like pissed off at myself, because I'm like, I've been extremely happy and like just grateful and all of that. Like, you know, like there's a lot of things that like I have that are going great, and like my brain was just like, no, you need to be sad. And like I was just like, what is going on with me? And I don't know if it was just like I don't know, like, and like I was telling my friend Mel, I was like, Melody, I don't get it. Like, I don't have a reason to be sad. I don't even have seasonal depression this year. And I just like, for like 2 days, I was just like absolutely like in the feels. And I could not shake it at all. Like, it was so bad. And like after talking to her, and then like stuff like that, like I kind of just was like, all right, you know what? I think I'm gonna take a bath, get some sleep, really kind of just, I guess you would say, like, sit in the feels, sit in that emotion, and like, but I didn't want it to, but you don't want it to overrule you, you know? So like, I was just absolutely beside myself. And obviously, like, I'm better now, and like my energy levels are back, and I'm no longer in the feels. But good Lanta, like, I literally did not have a reason. And like the only thing I can think of is that it was probably just like my hormones just giving me the ginormous FU, which sounds about right. I'm like, you know, but like I hadn't felt that way in a while. And it was just like, I don't even know. Like, I will get that way on occasion, like, and it's here recently, it's been happening less and less. Like, again, I don't have a reason to be sad. I don't have a reason to be negative or to even hate life. I was just sad. And I do want to thank Melody for being a really good friend and like kind of just like talking me through it logically. And sometimes you just have to understand and sit in the grief that you are feeling and all of that good stuff. Yeah, these are just going on like butter. I love it. And I'm trying not to press too hard because right now my hand is hurting. I don't think it's carpal tunnel anymore. It might have come back. Who knows? Trying to be careful of that line so that way I'm not going over. I like this artwork. I think it's going to be kind of shocking. And it's definitely going to, this is probably going to be one of my longer videos. But this is going to be one of my longer videos. And I kind of want to forewarn you guys. So, like, if you don't have the time to, like, sit down and watch it and, like, stuff like that, it's okay. Again, you can always set it and kind of like set it and forget it, or set it and, like, kind of just watch along while you're doing other stuff. You're not going to hurt my feelings at all. This is turning out, oh my goodness, it's turning out so well. Oh my god. And like, the other thing is that like, when things go great and things are going really great, I tend to cry. Like, I'll cry at just about anything. It is so terrible. I have a lot of big emotion, I guess, is what people would say when it comes to like their kids. You got a lot of big emotions, and that's okay. You know, kind of like talking with your inner child. And I kind of wanted it to look like a thermal, like when you have a thermal heat or a heat camera on something and it will light up based on the temperature of the object. It's kind of what I was looking at, like, in my brain. That's what's going on. And so yeah, that's where my brain is at right now. And I don't have even like a reference photo pulled up to like make sure I'm even doing this right. We'll keep that one all the way like that. But these are laying down like butter, and it might be the type of paper that I'm using. It's blending so nicely. Like, this cardstock is absolutely amazing. Like, I like a good smooth, like a really good smooth blend. I also really like it when people will use like and I'm still trying to figure out how to do it, but like people use the tanned or the blue paper to make their artwork. And again, I'm still trying to figure out how they manage to get it to complement their style, the color, like, because in my brain the color of the paper is going to have an effect on what shows up, right? Like, is that going to change the pigment, or am I just overthinking it? Like, it's not all the time that I use like a colored paper, and like I think the last time I used anything that was toned was when I did my pastel artwork for the Pot of Gold, which that one has probably been released on my YouTube channel by now. Trying to remember when I posted it, because if I have it planned right, this video is going to go up in July. That is the goal. But yeah, and so I kind of colored outside the line a little bit. Oh well. It happens. We'll kind of do that. Kind of keep a little bit of a lighter layer going, like on this side. Although I wanted it to be pink, and it did not turn out to be pink the way I wanted it to be pink. But I might add, actually, you know what, now that I think about it, I'm going to see if this will, okay, that works right there. It actually kind of smooths out the harshness of that red. And it adds a little bit of oomph to it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm okay with that for now. I need a little bit of an orange color. So I kind of just want to go straight with the orange, like a regular orange color. And I'm not going to try and make it too, because I do need to reserve some for like the yellow. I think I didn't have enough. I think I skipped and went straight to the red variant and skipped my pink. And that's what's kind of throwing me off a little bit, because I wanted to have some pink in it, but it's kind of... This is looking so cool. Oh my god. So, kind of a crazy story. It kind of looks more like a lobster, I'm not gonna lie. But I was living out in Arizona as a teenager, and I had lived in the boonies. And when I say boonies, I'm talking like we had to have a water tank that was underground to be filled on a bi-weekly basis. That type of boonies. So like we were still on grid, but it was I think if you went further out to a certain point, you'd be considered very much off grid. Anyways, I remember being a teenager and living out there. I think I was like 16, 17 years old. Oh, and my doggy is barking. Sorry about my dog, he's barking and being a butthead. Anyway, I was like 16, 17 at the time. I had just gotten a tooth pulled, so I was kind of loopy on some medication from having the tooth pulled and stuff like that, and they prescribed you stuff for the pain. That, and if I remember right, the doctor said to my mom, like, I was very fuzzy waking up from the anesthesia, but I had lockjaw syndrome, and it required some medical intervention when I was a teenager, and from what I understood, they reset my jaw, like to where it'll pop on occasion, but it's not as bad as what it was. Like, it got to the point where like my jaw was stuck. So they reset it for me, and they had given me medication for it. So that way, when I woke up out of having a tooth pulled, I was not going to feel the pain of basically having my jaw reset. Oh yeah, that is like butter. So pretty. Oh my god, I love it. Sorry, cuteness aggression is thick. But anyway, as I was saying, I was living out there, and we lived in the desert, and when there's desert, you have desert animals and things that pop up out of freaking nowhere. And one of them, I was definitely messed up on medication. And it's not, in my opinion, I think it's pretty rare to see a scorpion. And so, you know, it's just one of those things that it's pretty rare. And I had a scorpion encounter twice. So the first time it was like first week at a new school, and went to go into my closet to grab some clothes, and next thing I know, I look down and there is this massive scorpion. And he was translucent. He wasn't your typical like black scorpion, which I think those ones are in Mexico. Correct me if I'm wrong. But so it was like, let's put it this way, it's like 4:35 in the morning, and I wake up and I see this, and I'm just like, at this point, I don't want to go back into my bedroom or in my closet, because I'm just like, nope, he can have that closet, I'll just burn it down with him inside it. I'm cool. But yeah, so I was absolutely terrified. The second time I was on medication, I was talking to my dad on the phone, and then the next thing I know, like, I walk out to go and get something to drink, and I come back, and this little scorpion was like on the attack. Like, I must have gotten close enough to where he was definitely scared and intimidated, and his tail was curled. And again, it was another like white / translucent scorpion. So like I kind of had like essentially an oh shit moment. But yeah, so that's kind of how that happened. And like, I'm fascinated by bugs. I'm not scared of them. Well, okay, I can't say that, because I am absolutely terrified of cockroaches. Like, to the point where I will cry. They absolutely terrify me. And that is a fear. Like, I cannot go on Fear Factor, because I know that they would end up using that fear against me in every way, shape. Like, nope. Not doing it, Captain. Not doing it. But now, what do I do with the background? I definitely want to do purple and stuff like that. Oh, wait. No, yeah. I like that Copenhagen blue. I like the Copenhagen blue. I know I talked about it in another video, but I kind of want to get, which is kind of funny actually, but like, get all of my favorite Copic markers together, like all the favorite colors that I like. Get all of those together, and then get all those Copic markers, and like do a piece of artwork that, okay, violet is a little bit on the lighter shade. I want to do, maybe I should do what is the violet blue? is the violet blue? Okay, that one's a little bit... Okay, I might use that one too. I'm trying to stick with varying colors. Like, so what I kind of want to do is do violet going out to green. And I know this color will look good. It is the dioxazine purple hue. That's the kind of the color that I want to go with. And then what is indigo blue? Indigo blue, indigo blue. I'm making up a song called Indigo Blue. By the way, I really like that song. I think it's called Indigo. Like, absolutely such a... I love that song. It's... Okay, China Blue, definitely. And then I want to move into, like, the... What is the peacock blue? I know the peacock blue is so pretty. Okay, yep. I'm going to do the peacock blue for the fade into greenish color. And then I feel like I should do a cobalt. I don't want to do parrot. Ooh, aquamarine. That one is my next step. Okay, that would be a next step down for sure. And I kind of want to go into like a, obviously like a neon green. So yeah, I feel like I definitely need to, wait, do I have 2 indigo blues? I do. I do. Hey, that's okay. Light aqua. So we'll do the light aqua. And then I kind of want to do a true green. And then the apple green. And then... Ooh, yellow chartreuse. Yes. Yes. Maybe what is the Prussian green? Because I really like the way that it looks. It's a little on the dark side. Probably not. I just like the color of the barrel. Like, sometimes I choose things based on a barrel of like the colored pencil instead of the actual color. That's why I have a nice little chart to kind of let me, to kind of guide me. Come back here, pencil. I am filming these in segments because I don't want anything to get corrupted. I thought I had a corrupted video before, and it was on another piece of artwork, and I'm like, no! I was gonna be so sad. How do I not have moss green? I have 2 of the indigo blues, but not a moss green. Weird. Very weird. Okay, this is what I wanted to start with. And that's because it's dark enough to give me... Ooh. Yes. Kind of an outline for that without it being the outline. You know what I mean? Like, it will give me some clean edges. Oh my goodness. Yes, buddy. What is that, snapping? Yes. But yeah, you guys are getting like some raw footage right now. Like I don't plan on editing this unless it's just to smash the clips together. Because I kind of want it to be raw and real and everything that I am. You know, like I don't. If I'm doing any type of polishing for this video, it's just gonna be like me just mashing these videos together because I don't want anything that I don't want anything other than genuine. And if you guys if you guys can understand my genuine reaction or my genuine just me being genuine in my artwork, I feel like that gives a lot more inspiration to it, you know, like I know whenever I see somebody's genuine reaction and stuff, they're obviously inspired. They get inspired to make more artwork, you know. So I love a good genuine feel. This is turning out so good. And I don't know if I should do like one half, post it, and then do the other half and post it, and then like, should I do 2 different videos or should I do one massive one? Like, that is the question I think that we all kind of have. Mainly me, because I kind of want, I think I might just do 2 videos just so that way you guys can kind of see the processes separate. And then I can post the really, like, a really long one if you guys want them, like, ooh. I would have to make that silent, though. Because I do have a lot of talking right now in this. No, my brain literally went to, I could have these videos, like, side by side as I'm doing this artwork. And then I can... But I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. This is violet blue. I want indigo blue, right? Indigo blue. Oh, wait. Violet blue. Hold on. Actually, no. I want to do violet blue and then indigo blue. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. That really brings out a purple. Good Lord, have mercy. Oh my God. I might not even actually, like, outline this because sweet big Jesus. These colors are just laying down so nicely. So nicely. Oh yeah, and that Copenhagen's just gonna go right on top of that. Boy! I'm so excited. I thought I was going to use, I think, oh, no, nope, I used all the violets or purples that I have. Oh, my sweet babe Jesus. But yeah, I'm sitting here trying to think how I could manage the two videos and like do kind of like a split screen. And kind of, I don't want to say mash them together, but in a way, do a split screen so that way you guys can see all of that in kind of like, I don't want to call it like a real time, but it kind of shows the process with both colored pencils next to each other. Yeah. I wanted to ask, what is the craziest wild animal experience that you've had? And if you've made it this far, comment down below in the comment section. I do have quite a few crazy, like semi-crazy stories. I've had that scorpion situation in the same house that I was living in. We would have coyotes would come up into the area because they tend to they'll lure small dogs, and then they will try to like play with them and trick them into coming back with them. And yeah, it's a whole thing. Very, very scary situation for sure. But yeah, but you would hear them howling throughout the night and stuff. And then I have heard about javelinas out there in Arizona and how dangerous they can be. They are a wild pig, but they are not like in the eastern part of the United States. You can hunt wild boar, but in Arizona, the javelinas are not to be hunted unless they are causing like damage, I think. Like huge no-no. And on top of that, oh, I thought there was something on my table that was causing it to ripple like that. But they are extremely dangerous. And I believe they carry diseases that make them like you cannot eat them. But I've heard that they are extremely volatile. I've never physically seen one, but I might. I'm using a lot of blue, and I'm probably not going to have too much room for like my greens unless I use my greens on this part, which I'm not hating on. It's definitely a thought, for sure. Now, my other animal things were like, been down to Tennessee and we've seen some bears. I've been all the way up north to Alaska and seen some bears and moose. And the moose were just, oh my god, they are so striking. They're so strikingly large, but absolutely gorgeous. I will never forget that. And then, like, granted, where I live very close by, we have an eagle population. But it is something different when you see them. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to skip that and just go straight to my peacock blue. I was going to do a china blue, but I think that's my neighbor's car. I was making like a belt is gonna go out or something. But yeah, so we do have an eagle population up here. It's actually relatively large for the area. In my opinion, I think it's pretty large. And they feed on the fresh catch right out of the local lake. And these birds are absolutely gorgeous. Oh yes, definitely like it. And I think I'm gonna go in with it up here and just kind of do like this. Go like that. And I do love an eagle. Like, it's just, there's just something about it that, although when I heard them screech, and yes, I say screech because it's not, it is nothing like what you would hear a typical eagle sound. Like, everybody thinks that they sound so graceful and everything, but they are a screeching bird. And when you hear it for the first time, I find it very comical. And I think I've heard it like a handful of times. And you wonder, like, what was Benjamin Franklin thinking when he seen this bird and was just like, yup, that's going to be our nation's bird. But I guess in competition with the turkey, you kind of got to go with it. And to think our nation's bird almost became a turkey. Yeah. Let's put it this way. The turkey is probably one of the dumbest birds. And I'm kind of surprised that they're not extinct. Like, I fully believe that if farmers did not use them for meat and stuff, I'm pretty sure they probably would have been extinct along with the dodo birds. That's just my personal opinion. Like, I'm sure if we actively bred the dodo birds, then they probably wouldn't be extinct, but I don't know what the dodo birds would provide. But there's a reason why you don't leave turkeys outside when it's raining. And if you guys know, it's a very, very morbid fun fact. And I might as well just tell you guys now. But when a turkey is left outside while it is raining, they wonder, oh my gosh, it's raining. Let's look up at the sky. And they will look up at the sky while it's raining, and their mouths will open, and they will drown. So, that's why I say what I say, because I'm pretty sure they would have been extinct if we did not eat them on Thanksgiving. And yeah. That was just tick-a-talk. Tick-a-talk. I am loving how this is turning out right now. I'm not gonna lie, like, I am super pumped. Although I kind of want to do a little bit, like, the two triangles here and here are kind of getting muddied together. And I'm trying to figure out what I can do for them to not... Ooh, yeah, that works too. Hold on. This is... I was trying to figure out what I can do to keep the design separated. But I think I just worked it out. Beautiful. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. I make art come alive. Just kidding. I don't. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Oh, heaven is a big song. If you guys can't tell, my brain is full of like random song lyrics. And I will go through all of them. I like it like that. Ooh, ooh, tonight's gonna be a good night. Oh yeah, baby, it's gorgeous. Oops. Oh no. Yeah. So not exactly the full green color that I was hoping for. But look at that. Look at that right there. Kind of referencing that one Vine where he's like, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Anyway, thank you for joining along with me. If I mash it up together and do kind of like a side-by-side comparison, you guys will get to see that. I absolutely love Prismacolor colored pencils. I loved how buttery they were on the cardstock. And I like how the colored pencils will like right in here, like I can easily go back over and color in all of this like white area if I wanted to, like what I'm doing right now. I don't have to, but sweet baby Jesus, it looks so good. Anyway, thank you for following along. I hope you guys have a great time. And I will say this, remember to create more and worry less. Bye, guys.